Sitting on the toilet. Oh shit.
What was that?
Stepping on a beat. Stepping on a beat. Stepping on a beat. That's probably the cold open, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Are you crazy?
See you next Tuesday.
Tuesday. Unbelievable.
Yeah, here we are. You know, back at it again. Life as it is. Getting cold here. Getting cold here in the Chi-GAN. I'm trying to get that going. Jason hooked us up with this. Nah, once is enough.
How are you going to get it going if you're only going to say it once?
Because that one time is enough for it to catch on, and it's going to be like an earworm now. Like people will think it's really stupid, and they'll say it like ironically, and then eventually it'll just be.
I need you to make a TikTok where it's you just walking around outside, just showing your face like one of those like dad moments. Yeah. Just be like, out here in the Chi-GAN.
Yeah, we out here in the Chi-GAN, dog. We out here in the MID-CHI-GAN. Chi-GAN.
MID-CHI-GAN is crazy.
Yeah. Tell them. You know, it's times like these when I'm just thankful that that we got this nice warm heater here between us.
Thank you, Jason. He'll probably use that forever. Every time we're like, thanks, Jason, we'll just throw that in the video. Thank you, Jason. Be a little gift for him that he just sends between us and our group message.
Keep that on stock, just at the ready.
Yeah. But what's up, guys? How you guys doing? As Bruce said, it's the cold season. It's the flu season. Make sure that you're staying healthy, hydrated.
Just to get you ready.
Mucus like that.
Michael will appreciate that.
Yeah, Michael's really going to love that. Michael's going to... We never even clapped, by the way.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we didn't. They'll figure it out.
You don't need a clap.
Yeah.
Claps make you weak.
Yeah. It's also a virus. Know your stuff.
Sure.
This week is brought to you by Facts. Understand. Learn more. Educate yourself.
Read a book.
Truly.
Go outside.
Actually,
turn the video off. Be with your kids. Your wife misses you.
Call your mom back.
Serious, Dave. You're a sick man. Do better.
Do better. Nike. I don't know.
We're trying to get Evander Holyfield to do that, but it was too expensive.
Yeah. Still thinks he got it, you know what I mean?
After Mike Tyson gave him his ear back, you know, it's like
who? I would have never gave the ear back.
That was a pretty good commercial.
I would have put it in epoxy, put it in a room with a light.
It's kind of dark, man.
Is it?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. There's enough lights in here that it's not dark for sure. I can see you pretty well.
You just like put it right on the dubby, the ear.
Yeah. Let it spin. Get a little rotating platform so the W in the ear spin.
Yeah.
A little light.
That's
It'd be kind of cool.
Definitely not Ed Gein-esque. You're right. That's totally normal.
Oh my God. Here we go. Rolling on the fan base.
You gotta, you know. Listen, I haven't actually seen Monster. I was making Ed Gein references before it was cool. If it is, it's still, I don't think it's, we'll get there maybe someday.
I'm going to communicate telepathically with Jason that the whole time I was doing that, it should write edgelord above my hand.
Oh, well, you just said it out loud. So your telepathic communication is, no, you don't. It all stays in. You'll be exposed.
Oh, man. Exposed. Expose. What does that mean to you?
Keep it in your pants, Tyler.
Okay, so we know where Bruce is at.
Nobody wants to see that. I know we just started the Patreon. That's not what it's for.
I don't have a Fansly.
A what?
It's like an alternate OnlyFans.
You would know what the
I thought the deep cut would be hilarious.
you would know what the second tier OnlyFans is. Yeah. Okay.
I have never, ever in my life dedicated money to any of those.
Sure.
Or main account.
Sure.
Sure. Okay. Sure. Show them. Show them.
Show them
Show them.
receipts.
Don't write a check you can't cash, buddy.
That's your buddy.
I'm not your guy,
Whoa.
friend.
You've been watching any of the new South Park?
I haven't, dude. I don't have, it's on Paramount, right?
Dude, they have just been coming at Trump so hard.
I mean, good.
They're like,
Truly.
yeah, it's pretty.
I saw a tweet this weekend that I was like, yeah, if I like or retweet that, the Secret Service will be on my
But
my
hey,
ass.
we're all getting $2,000 because the tariffs are huge. We're the richest, most respected nation in the country from the huge tariffs.
Where's that money coming from, guys?
From the huge tariffs. They're so huge.
The tariffs that we pay.
They're massive. They're huge. And
Where'd
now
that
they're
money
going
come
back
from?
to the taxpayer. Probably from cutting SNAP benefits. But,
Facts. Because apparently, everyone in America is just so well off, and everyone is so worried that someone who is undocumented with no paperwork to file to receive SNAP benefits is receiving SNAP benefits anyways. But apparently, everyone's cheating the system by the millions, right?
yeah. People buying fudge rounds with food stamps. God damn them. That's the reason the country's in the toilet.
Sitting
In
on
the turlet. No,
If you couldn't tell, that's our stance right now.
yeah, we're a political show now.
Yeah, for real.
No,
Jesus fuck.
it's, yeah.
I don't know. It's really hard for me specifically to see a lot of people's reactions and stuff like this right now, because when I grew up, we were on SNAP benefits. My mom was a single mom.
Oh yeah.
It was
oh yeah.
that
My
was
family's used that stuff,
Yeah.
dude. I was on reduced lunch, and yeah, I
exactly,
mean, for
dude.
sure.
Exactly. I was on the same exact
Yep.
tip. So it's to know that was truly what carried us for a very long portion of my life is really fucking unfortunate to think that people are just oh yeah, that's not needed. Okay,
Yeah.
the city that I grew up in, the average income is $26,000.
Yeah.
And SNAP benefits isn't needed. That's crazy because
That's
Medicaid
crazy.
or Medicare stopped at 25.
Dude, that's absolutely
So it's
crazy. To say that SNAP food isn't needed,
Yeah.
but you know what is needed?
Tariffs.
A ballroom.
Yeah. Fuck. Don't even fucking.
We'll be right back. So what have you been up to, Tyler? What's going on in your life, man? How are things?
Man,
How's the family? How's your daughter?
no idea. Truly, I've been off the grid, trying in my shit. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Zoom everywhere I go, leaving a light trail behind me, destroying any enemies I might have in my path. Swift turns as much as I can. So it's hard to know what's going on with other people because I'm just creating a box that I keep myself in to be safe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much classic masculinity, honestly. And it's just the
toxic.
cross that we have to bear, really,
That's
as light cyclers.
they don't understand the pain.
Yeah.
They don't understand that feeling of death, knowing that if I miss this turn by 1/4 centimeter, my whole face is digitizing. the blocks.
And knowing that you're the blue light cycler and that your own brother would be the dastardly, nefarious red light cycler.
I can't. It's too much. Bruce.
It's
Oh,
like when you would turn right, he would turn left. Left?
what was he trying to accomplish?
What is to the left?
Me. I am. The line that I left. What is he trying to do besides end it in a digital world?
Now it's so clear.
Oh. Oh. really in our feelings today. You've been playing Arc Raiders? You know about it?
No, I haven't played Arc Raiders. So I've seen a couple. It looks really, really cool. I also have seen some controversy because there's apparently AI voiceover narration, which is a really interesting topic we could get into. But
we can
talk about Arc Raiders first.
So listen, AI art, AI artists, AI voice acting, all that shit, I don't fuck with it. Absolutely 100%. However, I will not sit here and act like Arc Raiders is not the best extraction shooter game I've ever played.
It looks really cool.
So good. And like you, I mean,
I can't do extraction shooters myself. That's just not the genre for me, but it looks like a really cool one.
I truly, some days when I'm playing this game, it feels like I am running on a beach, and then for like half hour
running on.
Hey,
call back.
Yeah, right. Hey. But some days you're like, not some days, like like if I had to put it in like a 2-hour timeline, for like an hour I'm running in smooth sand, water's touching my ankles, sun's bright. The next thing I know, it's thunderstorming and the sand is glass. And I'm just truly so mad while playing that game. Like, I'll put my best items on and be like, yeah, we've been so good for an hour and a half, haven't died, been killing it, people have been friendly. And then I get into a match, again, best items, and I just immediately get sniped. And I'm like, get on the proximity chat. I'm like, yo, no beef. If you ever see a man on the ground and all he sounds like is me and I'm saying, no beef, no beef, no beef, please don't kill me. Because it's really fucked up when I'm screaming, no beef. There's no reason to fight. I'll give you materials and then you finish me and my team is hearing it. Yesterday, case in point, that happens and it goes to like, I'm like observing my teammate, and because I was in the proximity chat, I can't, like, we couldn't talk anymore, but I could hear them. And one of them was like, bro, we gotta leave. I'm scared. Tyler was begging for his life. He said no beef and they still killed him. They're gonna kill me. I have no shield. And like, it was so funny.
So here's my pitch to extraction shooter developers out there, because I think that I could really love this genre if there was a certain twist, right? Mm-hmm. I've seen a lot of people online, I've seen a lot of praise of Arc Raiders, and the main complaint that I seem to see is a very weird one for the genre, where people say the PvP is ruining this game, which is interesting because it's a PvP genre at its core, right?
Can I say something real quick?
Well, my pitch is always just why not have servers with no PvP, but then make it so that if you make a character and you go in, once you go into a server with no PvP, you can no longer take that character into servers with PvP. So you can't just go like cheese a loadout against AI and then, you know what I mean? Like, because I think that I like looking at some of the stuff like Arc Raiders, I'm like, oh, I love PvE games like that. And if I could jump in, even theoretically cooperatively jump in and like go roam around and find some stuff and just like gradually over time piece together a better and stronger character to go deeper and deeper and fight these bigger robots and stuff, like that sounds awesome. That's like old school roguelike mixed with modern looter shooter experience, right? Like that sounds really cool to me, but I don't feel like anything in that realm really exists. So like, hey, I just gave you the sauce, man. Do it. I don't know.
I'll say this for Arc Raiders. There's two sides to that coin on Arc Raiders. So I won't lie and say like probably 70 to 80% of my matches, if you are going to proximity chat, which is really easy and seamless to swap back and forth, people will say, hey man, I don't want to fight. And like you can be 6-9 people deep, fight some big robots, have a good time, share loot, right?
That's
like
awesome.
It's really easy like that. Then there's that other 20-30% of the time, right? Where you just gotta go goblin mode, right? You walk in a building, get hit one time, you say no beef. They shoot again, okay, pull out the higher rifle. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is, right? A free loot, right?
Sure.
That's how I look at it. I think that like I've seen a lot of those complaints too. I think at the base, if I play 10 matches, 6, if not 7 of the matches, nobody's being hostile with me because we're all doing missions. We're all trying to get certain loot. We're all trying to fight certain robots. We might need help for it, right? Like we're all like, it is a community, right? It's the other 3 or 4 matches where people are like, no man, like I need like one of my feat missions right now, because that's like some of the feats is like, I got to deal 110 damage to someone. That's a kill. We're about to fight, you know what I mean? Or at least like I'm going to shoot you enough times till you can heal up, and then maybe I'll run away when I know my mission's completed. But that is a art, like it's a part of the thing. I think especially in this game specifically, the lore and the idea, like I mean back and forth, I guess. The lore is like saying we're all from the same community for the most part. But I think the idea of the game, like Arc Raiders, is like it's like first to get the loot, first to get out, right? Like you don't hear these complaints as much for games like Tarkov or Vigor. Right. And like those games are like, like it's like Vigor is straight only PvP. There's no in there. It's just the PvE.
I do feel like it seems like Arc Raiders has attracted a bigger crowd.
There's 462,000 concurrent players as of yesterday.
Those games are a lot more like
Yeah.
Tarkov. I think has a really strong player base, but I think it's more niche. It's more like it's like a game like Squad, you know, where it's like the guys that love that game love it, but it's not as big as like a COD or you know whatever. But yeah, like it seems really cool. I would love to play
because like I have no hard. If I lose all of my gear in one run, I can run 2 runs and get everything back. It's not like it's like
that's cool too.
Yeah, like the looting aspect of the game is really easy. Not easy. It's like really fun. There is a ton of loot. Like you can go into a game and to a match and be like, I've got a key on me to go into a secret room, full plan, get halfway through the map, and you're like, I have to extract. I'm full. Like I have literally no space to have anything else. I have to go leave now, right?
Yeah.
And like I think I don't know. I do agree with you. I think that there definitely should be a mode or like like specific characters that are stuck in just PvE. But in my opinion, the robots are so hard in this fucking game anyways. Like, dude, it's fucked how hard they are.
No, that's
like,
totally fair.
Some of the the Wasp and the Hornets, the flying drones, the Wasps just shoot like a minigun. The Hornets shoot an electric bolt that destroys almost your entire shield and it shocks you for a second.
Oh, damn.
So like, and they show up like in squads of 3. Then there's one called a snitch that will like see you and it shoots an alarm and they shoot to the ground. They come up and go straight for you. And it's fucked, right? But like if you have good guns, like it's also crazy the curve in the game. When the game starts, you have all white weapons and like your loadout's kind of a little bit smaller. You're like, damn, I'm having a hard time, blah, 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 like fighting some of the drones. So I'm just in and out grabbing materials and leaving. Then you get like some green weapons and some blue weapons. And you're like, what have I ever been scared about? And then you fight a big robot and you die. And you're like, oh shit, right? And then you like go back to the drawing board a little bit, get some purple weapons. And you're like, oh, okay, we're good now. And then it's like kind of a conversation of just like trying to grind materials. There's like a lot of different modes. So like there's 5 maps, but each of the maps has like there's like different world events that will go on for like 2 hours on a world where it'll be like, hey, this map is having exploding caches. So you can hear ticking caches all over the place. And at a certain point in time in the map, they'll all explode, but you can loot them beforehand. Or like vegetation's bigger. So like you can find more fruit items and vegetable items in the map easier just for looting purposes. But then there's also a thing called Night Raid where it's only nighttime and there's like way more drones and they take away almost all the escape tunnels besides 2. And you have none of the raider tunnels, which are like if you bring a key in, you can just find one and leave. You don't have to like go to one of the areas where it could be a hot point. So like there's really cool mechanics. There's a thing called the harvester mode where there's a thing called Queen outside.
I've seen the Queen. I've seen the pictures.
Crazy, dude. Yeah. I died so fast.
Sure.
Yeah, literally. I was like, you know what I mean? But I really like extraction games. Like I said, like, don't get me wrong, I'll play 7 matches, and of the 7 matches, 2 of them, I'm not having a good time. Like, when it's all over, I'm like, fuck, I fucking died. God damn it. Not really raging like that, but like mad. Like, I'm like,
yeah, dude, that's why I'm a little bit of an introvert when I play games. And it's mostly because like, I found that with like competitive games, like even the ones that I get pretty decent at, I'm just always like I find myself at points like evaluating going, am I actually having fun when I play this game? Or am I just like fulfilling some kind of sick need? Like, you know, like, is there just something in me just clawing away at my soul that tells me that I need to like go into like the closest thing that I have to a gladiator arena and just like
maul your way out
and just hate every second of it. Like what am I doing to myself? Why am I doing? And I don't know, man. But speaking on the AI issue, though, I thought it was really interesting to see, because this is obviously a nuanced topic, right? So like I can see people going off in the comments. So I'm not going to deny that it's not nuanced, but I think it's really interesting how people are talking now about the AI voiceover. And I was like, oh, that's makes sense that people are upset about that. And then I was like, people have been doing AI voiceovers on like content for forever now. And I get that that's a little different, right? Because you're not going to hire a voice actor to do your TikTok, right? But at the same time, there are some people who have millions and millions and millions of followers and do profit off their TikTok and use AI voiceover pretty regularly.
Yeah. And
I wonder if that's also something that it should be considered unethical or what. And in my mind, I feel that personally, I could see 100% the argument that like, voice acting is a job that you could theoretically be taking jobs away from voice actors, right? But like, as long as you're not mimicking any one person's voice without their consent, like you're not trying to like make like a Christopher Walken narrator with AI or something like that, it doesn't strike me as immediately unethical.
Well, I'll say this too.
I know people are just against the practice of companies using AI in general because voice acting is an art form and all art forms should be respected. And the idea of like a human hand being involved, like even if like, I feel like maybe an ethical way would be like if you could hire a voice actor and they could have a contract that says, hey, I'll do these lines. And then you're allowed to use AI to a certain extent to create more lines or inflections or something with my voice for this particular property or something like that.
So I'll ask you another question too. So like, and this is me playing devil's advocate because I already voiced my opinion on the AI stuff. In the case of a game like Arc Raiders, if for this game you're about to release, a character has 4 sentences, they say, are you going to pay someone a contract for that if you can just AI voice out over it? Being a money hungry company as they are right now, because that's what it is. Like at the end of the day, like it's like, yes, like, and I understand people are mad. Like that's why people are mad. It's a minuscule voice acting role, and that's why like there's 2 halves to it. And like people are like, well, I'm against AI usage, but in this case, whatever, they're a pinch of dollar. It's a $40 game, smaller company. I do get both halves of the argument because I'm like, I think that yes, there are people that could have 100% used those roles, even if it's small. Giving someone a platform is another really big reason to do things like getting jobs. Like, yeah, you could have charged someone $150, but with that platform, if someone really liked their voice for another game, it works out really well.
That could have been their in. To
exactly.
You could be denying somebody's ability, and that could be something that we're becoming a problem. Is now with all these small roles, then now what? Nolan North is the only guy who works in game. Like, what are we going to do?
That's the main problem.
100%.
That's my issue. Like, because like with AI, I think it's really funny, right? Like a lot of people's hate on AI. I think specifically in cases like movies, acting, music, art portrayals, that's no go for AI. Like that's just like, I don't give a fuck about how cool it looks. I don't give a fuck about how fast you made it. It's not a representation of what people are trying to make. There is a difference. It's easily discernible at this point in time, and it just feels hollow and soulless in a sense. Yeah. I also think that if we're going to act like AI hasn't been in use in things for like the last 15 years in small burst amounts, you know what I mean? It's like AI is going to forward technology. That's just like a given. Like it is going to be, we're creating in artificial intelligence to read code and create new code faster than we can literally look at the first letter or the first number, I should say. So it's very interesting to me to see people push back on it. Again, I think that from an artistic standpoint, anything that is artistic, AI shouldn't be a part. We are also approaching a day and age that people have to understand where like movies like iRobot, like that could be 15 years from now.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
and I don't know, with AI art, I think that like as much as like I can say all day that I don't like it, but I think that it is here. And I think in a lot of ways it's here to stay. I think regardless of what people's opinions are, we're going to see big companies going, I don't care, I'm going to use AI. Yeah. And I think that what's more important, in my opinion, than trying to push back and see that it doesn't get used is making sure that it is like regulated and used the right ways, right? Like making sure that that companies can't use AI models that are scanning artists' work that didn't consent to be a part of it, right? Like we need to make sure that
an artist guild, just like there's a writers guild. I think that there should definitely be a Hollywood artist guild.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea at all. And I think that like definitely some kind of like AI signatures that exist in metadata for creating things and not being able to pass AI art off as human made. Art,
like as long as a clear distinct factor.
And then I think it's really important too that we're also developing models in the same way. And of course, these are things that people will learn how to bypass. But I don't think like big companies are going to be that savvy to do that type of thing. But we need to be able to develop models that then can also, like, you could feed an image into it and say, hey, was this created by AI?
Yeah,
and it could say 100%.
And it's really hard right now. Yeah. Like right now where we are, I think it's funny how hard it is to actually spot, like have an AI spot another AI, like when it comes to those works. Like look at colleges where this professor's like, oh, this is AI work. And students like, bro, here's my Google Docs showing you every update for the last 3 weeks of me writing this thesis. Nothing in this is AI, right? Like it's hard right now, but 100% I agree. Like that's what needs to be being focused on being created, right? We need limiters for AI. And let's not like, we can keep working on like the usefulness and like keep making bounds and leaps with AI. Absolutely. But can we create limiting bodies in a ruling body, a set of rules, please? Like instead of just being like, it's the AI boom. Like, okay, here are some rules. here are some laws, maybe, you know what I mean? Like, it's insane. It's because then, like, we have all these people already piecemeal attacking AI things, like the AI pornography law. I know that's hilarious to say out loud, but it's also horrifying to know that someone can just put your fucking image, like an image of your face, into an AI bot and then start creating 5-minute full-on sex videos, and it's you, right? Like, yeah, like that needs to be a law, straight up. Like, things like that need to be a law. Not allowed. This is actual prison time, or like fines, you know what I mean? Like, problems. And I don't know, we're not solving, we already talked about that bit of what we're doing. We're not solving problems in this fucking country right now, but I think universally there needs to be AI laws.
Sure, yeah. I mean, yeah, and it's going to be, I've said it before, but like, it's going to be a scary world, I think, when we get to a point where you can have video evidence of a thing happening and that no longer means anything.
Yeah.
Like,
that's terrifying.
Like, yeah, like when someone can like legitimately say, like, oh, we have, like you're in court and it's like, oh yeah, we literally have on tape from the security camera footage of the crime happening. And it's like, no, that could 100% be AI.
That's why we need metadata, like you were saying. Like, it needs to be signatures on metadata. Because, like, I mean, superimposition for images was already a thing years ago for people. So it's like knowing like, now that an AI can just make it if it's
problem is
metadata.
Yeah, is of course anyone that is tech savvy, that is a criminal, could like theoretically, make a version that doesn't include that stamp in its metadata, right? But like, but another like is if we have advanced models that can also help detect these things, and just trying to get ahead of it is of course the right move. It's not, the answer isn't just to be like, well, they could do this, so just forget about it all.
Yeah, recording technology, we're gonna have to just move forward with all recording technology having some type of digital signature to like show what it's recorded on if it's been doctored, right? And like obviously the signature disappears at a point in time. You're like, oh, this has been doctored at this point.
Or here's another pitch: no more electricity.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Done.
I'll see you with the bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Call me Katniss Everdeen. Absolutely not. I fucking hate those book series. Speaking of books,
what was her name? Aloy.
Yeah,
for Horizon.
So Horizon Zero Dawn came out on my birthday. That's like one of my favorite games. Like, I know
it's a good game.
Hot take. Someone clowned us like way back after like, oh yeah, two brainless guys. This is what happens when people get podcasts.
Yeah.
Everybody podcast.
Oh yeah, because we were talking about people complaining about Siri in The Witcher.
Yeah, literally. Fuck off. Grow up, dude. It's a fucking video game. Like, Aloy, I don't give a fuck what Aloy looks like. That game was fire. Like, I'm telling you, when I took my bow and arrow and pulled down a fucking T-Rex Thunderjaw onto the ground and took it out on my birthday, come on now, dog. Can't get any fucking better than that.
Yeah, just aesthetically, it was really fucking cool.
The aesthetic of that game is amazing. But I want to speak about this. Books. When was the last time you like read a book or had an audiobook?
I read all the time. Okay. I'm currently reading Dune.
I read Dune when I was like in high school. And after I read the first book, I was like, I just don't want to go past.
Yeah, I never read it, and it's been, obviously around with the new movies and stuff, and I haven't seen them, but like I've been listening. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I've been listening to some with authors and stuff, and I was just like, man, I want to read more like classic science fiction and fantasy that I haven't read, like stuff that is like foundational to the genre. The genres that I love, but that I haven't, and I was like, Dune is like literally like the sci-fi epic, right? Yeah. So I got to read that, and so far I love it. It's been a fantastic read so far.
Well, you overshadowed what I was going to say. Shout out to my dad for giving me this recommendation. You know what Dungeon Crawler Dave is?
I've heard of Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Dungeon Crawler Carl.
I don't know what it is, but I keep getting ads for it. Is it good?
My dad has been telling me to read this book, or at least get the audiobook, because there's multiple ones, like whole series, for at least like a year and a half now. Okay. So I got him into D&D, and he was watching Critical Role and then Dimension 20 and shit like that. Okay. And he listens to the audiobooks when he's working. I'm about 5 hours into the first book. First 2 hours, I was like, okay, it's intriguing. Third hour, I was like, I'm interested. Right now, I'm kind of into it, like, I'm not gonna lie. So the concept is what gets me.
It's kind of a comedy, right?
No. No? It's funny, don't get me wrong. But yes, no, not at all.
Okay.
Before I say this, no disrespect to Matt Dinniman. I think you're doing a great job. Like I said, I really like the book right now. I'm listening to it right now.
You're a boy, Matt.
If I continue to enjoy it, like I promise you, I'm going to continue to read the book series.
Unless you're not, I don't know anything about you. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, my dad says you're cool, so you're cool to me. So
Tyler's dad says you're cool, and I haven't met Tyler's dad either, so I still don't know.
That's fair.
Jury's out.
Fair. That's really fair. Sorry, Dad. So imagine a dude read a bunch of Japanese manga about like video game isekais is what it's called, like like the transport to another world.
Oh yeah, like portal fantasy type stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
Then like the world's a video game. Imagine like a white dude, or not a white dude, I guess, just someone in America read a bunch of those and was like, I'm gonna make a book out of this. That's what Dungeon Crawl Carl is. So like essentially,
so you get sucked into like D&D. Like what is?
No, so like it's actually fucked up. So this guy, his girl is on vacation in the Bahamas with her friends. He finds out she's cheating on him with her ex. So he breaks up with her over the phone. He's got her cat at the apartment. And over the course of a couple of days, he like is getting her stuff ready to move out, and he's like going to send her cat to to her parents until she gets, or hold on to her cat until she can get back because her parents can't. And one night he opens a window to smoke a cigarette, and she jumps out of the window into the tree, and it's like the middle of the winter, and then she wants to come back inside, but she's scared. So he, in his boxers, puts on a leather jacket, slips his foot into his girl's Crocs, her pink Crocs that are smaller than his feet, and steps outside to get the cat, starts trying to get the cat out of the tree, and then the world collapses. All buildings, all structures, all cars, anything that you could ascertain or call a roof or can figure as a roof at all, completely collapsed into the ground, killing anybody with it. And then, dead ass. And so like there's this old lady talking to him through the window, and her head rolls to his feet because the building collapsed and cut her head off. And so the whole world goes like that, and then an alien like text box appears like subtitles because like everyone's brain gets rewired, and an alien's like, due to galactic laws and this planet not claiming sovereignty in the last 50 cycles as given to you upon first contact, your world is being claimed for materials and to be mined as materials as organic and inorganic. That's why everything was collapsed down. And so then it's like, for this reason, anyone surviving right now, congratulations for surviving. You have two options. You can continue to live on this earth, on the surface of the earth where, you'll have to start over again, and we're going to be mining most resources from this planet before we leave and leave it as a husk. Or you can play this game that we devised where we're turning this planet into a dungeon with 18 floors. And if you can make it to the bottom of the 18th floor, you win the planet back. And you experience it completely as a video game. And so this guy, has a cat, and he goes down into the dungeons and has
a cat and boxers and a jacket and socks that don't fit.
Yeah, and it's oddly funny because like there's a lot of dark humor show like that, like because of the Crocs, they come off really fast. So he's like killing things with his feet. So he starts getting skills for like squishing. The dungeon is also a multi-dimensional or not multi-galactic. Like universal TV show because it's a company. Because
of course,
it's a like multi-galactic company throughout the universe. Like they own pretty much most of the universe. They sprinkle one of 7 races that they created onto a planet, let it gestate for a couple thousand years, and then mine the planet for its resources. After they make contact, they make first contact when cognitive function. So
they created us too.
Yes, to do this. Yeah. So like he gets all this dropped on him, and then he's like, I'm in a video game now, essentially. And they're like, yeah, you're on TV, and like like you need benefactors, you need fans. Like when this TV show starts, you're going to have a live stream on you 24/7. And if people are not like, because you get loot boxes. Yeah, like it's stats, gear, inventory, loot boxes. And, like I was,
have loot boxes. It would be, life would be a freemium game.
Yeah, bro. Well, and that's why you need fans, because then you'll get patrons and they'll buy you loot boxes to give you more gear. Because you only get gear from like getting achievements and killing boss shit like that.
So that sounds really interesting. And it sounds like it does what a lot of modern sci-fi seems to do, where they're like, I have this kind of cool concept, so I'm just going to get really weird to get there. Like, I don't care. It doesn't matter. We're just going to get to where I'm trying to get. And then we're going to go into that, and people will forgive. Like, yes, the whole world collapses like a pop-up book, but you'll forgive me for that.
He talks about it like every chapter. Like, he gets sad. Like, it's like actually kind of dark. Like, he'll he'll be doing shit, and then he'll be like, Beatrice, blah, blah, this is actually, he's like, oh, Beatrice is dead. Just like everyone else in the world. In this cave that I'm in is made out of the materials of the world that we lived in. And he gets like all sad again for like the rest of the chapter.
How does he know they're dead though? Couldn't they have also been outside?
I mean, he doesn't, but he knows that like at least 98% of the world.
Right. He's like, most of them are probably dead. So think
about how many people are in the world. 8-point-something billion. Only 14 million people walked into the dungeon.
Actually, according to Flat Earth Wiki, there are only 14.5 thousand people in the world.
You're right.
How many people do you actually know?
So that's not fair though, because psychologically, the rule of 100, you only typically remember the last 100 people you've interacted with in your brain. It's hard to
because you've never actually interacted with over 100 people. That is just big That's big. That's big globe trying to trick you to sell more globes, dude.
Wait.
Yeah.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't be foolish.
I bought 12 globes last year.
Yeah.
I have a whole wall of globes at home.
That's what they don't want you to see.
Shit.
Globes are single-handedly the biggest, most money-making industry in the entire world, and it's all a scam. It's just like minimalism.
No, that's called Labubus. Labubus are a fucking scam, dog.
Labubus are crazy because like
it's Beanie Babies all over.
Yeah, some stuff like I can't hate too much because I like comics and cards and stuff. Like I like dumb collectible shit that could lose value at any moment, but like my comics have a story in them. My cards play a game. Like,
but this
like
is the
there's
thing
like
with
a thing
collectibles too, though. They're collectibles for a reason. The following, the
yeah.
You can't come out the gates. It's a collectible, high dollar ticket.
Exactly.
No.
You can't. You as soon as you do that, you're like, no, this is a trend.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
like, exactly.
Like even Funko Pops are starting to really struggle, and that is. Because that is kind of the same thing, right? Where they came out and they were like, look at our new collectible, but they at least were capitalizing on going, we're going to partner with all these other IPs and we're going to have like Funko Pops of all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So it was appealing to, they were like, oh, we're just going to get pop culture in general, right? But even that I feel like is like, I don't know that there's a lot of them that are super valuable or hold their value. And I don't know.
There are a couple that are valuable ones,
Sure.
but they're like ones that are limited release. Like you'll probably think this is funny. There is a One Piece one. It's Brook the Skeleton. There's only like a couple hundred of them made. The boys are like over $800.
Sure, that makes sense. I mean, because it was the same thing with like Amiibos. They for a while there was like some really valuable ones.
Shout out Amiibos.
Yeah,
that
Amiibos.
Was a throwback.
Dude, Amiibos were kind of fire too. Like the way that like having that little toy. Like so this, you know what I really wished I was like aged appropriately for. It was like right after was like Skylanders and that era, dude.
My little brother played Skylanders, and I used to walk in the room like as his 15-year-old brother, like, oh, this is kid shit. And I'd look at him like, this is fucking cool Skylanders, dude.
Yeah.
Like I'd play with him at night, and be like, yo, this is fucking kind of kick ass, dude.
It seemed like I never played any of it, but it was like it's toys and a game together. That seems really cool.
The Xbox, and you put the Skylander on the portal, and then it would make lights and summon it into the game. Not gonna lie, even at 15, playing it with like my brother and his like my cousins, or whatever, when they were like 10, 11, like I'd be in the middle of the night, like, yeah, guys, can't kept you guys. This is fire. But I also was a super like I was 15, still watching Power Rangers. Get at me.
That's fair. You still watch Power Rangers.
I still watch Power Rangers.
Here's the thing, though. What you know about Hyperscan?
Is that the monsters?
Bro, Hyperscan was a console with a little scanner thing and cards that had like some kind of code or something. I don't know how it worked. And it was like the Skylanders or Amiibos, but it was its own fucking console. I probably still have my Hyperscan. It was its own console that you would scan the cards. There was a fucking Ben 10 fighting game for it that I had. And to pick your character, you would have to pick the card and scan it, and then you would play. And
that's
like,
crazy.
Admittedly, the gameplay and the console was mid as hell, but the concept was so cool. Yeah. And like, that's something like.
Do you remember the Scanners Monsters? One where you could just go scan a barcode and a monster you'd fight it or try to collect. Like bro, like same shit. Like it's like Tamagotchi with another step.
Yeah. But that's like, dude, someone could so easily, because they still I think maybe the Switch 2 doesn't, but the Switch still had like the Amiibo scan capability.
Did it?
Yeah, you could scan them with the control with the Joy-Con, I think. It makes me think like, so you could theoretically create a physical and digital trading card game through Nintendo. Yeah. That would be really fire too.
Nintendo's already got
like
Pokemon, bro.
Pokemon, yeah, but get on some digital physical Pokemon, and then the scalpers can eat even better, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about. Nobody actually gets to buy any of that anyways. So
that's crazy. That's wild to me. I remember when Topps started doing the online NFT packs where you could get like scenes.
Bro. I was just talking about NFTs with somebody the other day. We were talking about how like
I know people who made so much money off NFTs. Okay, it's so gross.
Hold on. Stick with me for a minute before everybody hates me. I made a little bit of money in NFTs, but when I first heard about them, I was so like fascinated by the technology, the promise of this idea of like, oh, digital ownership. Like there was like a trading card game called Gods Unchained that I was shown that like. It was like, oh, it's a digital trading card game, but I actually own these cards and I can go to a marketplace separate from the game and trade them with other players, like sell them to other people, and then use the currency to buy other cards. And they were like cheap. It was fun and it was cool. And then there was like these larger scale concepts of like, oh, like theoretically you could have a digital deed for your house, but it's tokenized. So you actually can like have a verifiable digital version of this document that you could send to a government entity, and they would know not only am I looking at the correct image, but it's also got a digitally verifiable ID that's traceable, yada, yada, yada. Mm-hmm. But it just ended ultimately, just like most of the crypto stuff, it's just a hotbed for just scammers and weird shit. And I still do believe that there's some kind of merit to the technology, but at the same time, I think that most of what is valuable about that technology could be built out to be done in a different way. Yeah. In a way that is probably less clunky. And I think that the initial like shine and sparkle of the idea is kind of gone, unfortunately. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. Some guys with monkey PFPs might get mad at us and comment on this for that.
I don't give a shit.
But you know,
fuck your monkey.
It is what it is. I think they're still worth, like, I would have to look. I mean, I never had any of those, but I think they're still worth a stupid amount of money, but definitely way less than, like, they're not worth the millions and shit that people were paying for them. Like,
one of my buddies made a fucking random piece of image, got it turned into an NFT through some app he had on his phone, and sold it for $24,000.
Oh, yeah,
like,
dude.
What are you talking about?
I knew people that were selling pictures, different pictures of pieces of granite as NFTs and making a shitload of money. It was stupid. It was like, it was really dumb. It's the same thing with meme coins, right? It's like people just, they make.
Okay, I made money out Doge, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people did, and I think that's okay, but it's also like, it just, you realize after a while where you're like, oh yeah, this isn't like an actual healthy thing for any kind of financial ecosystem, and in order for me to make money, somebody else has to lose.
Someone else has to lose.
Like, I sold this because somebody else is buying into this, like, oh, it's gonna go higher and higher and higher. And it's just, that's not always the case, right? Like, like I do still think that like I'm not a financial advisor, and anything I say is just the ramblings of a dumb idiot, right? Disclosure, disclaimer. You get it. But like I do still think like I don't know, if somebody told me that they like put a little into Bitcoin for savings and stuff, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, I don't hate that idea.
Coin,
you know, that makes sense to me.
There's a difference between,
but I do think that
people are just doing for a trend.
Yeah, but the general market needs a lot of. I mean, like, dude, NFTs had people convinced that Gary Vaynerchuk was a genius. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like.
Wild shit, dude.
I don't think the guy's horrible. I mean, obviously he's run some pretty successful companies, but like, he's also made like the dumbest trading card game ever. But I don't know. Maybe we. He's fine. Gary Vee's cool. At least he's like nice and inspirational and doesn't say shitty things about people. You know what I mean? Like, he could use his platform to be a dickhead, and he doesn't. So that's cool.
That's fair.
He uses it to be positive. So that's really fire, and that's awesome that he does that.
Just the tornado shitstorm that was started, you know?
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
It's just not a like I don't know. I was in that community for a while. I sipped the Kool-Aid for a little bit, you know what I mean? And then like, I just watched a lot of people that I thought for a time, like, kind of had an idea of things that were going on and kind of like had some integrity. I watched them like slowly become grimier and grimier until I eventually was just like, I literally like I had made some money and I still had some holdings. And there was a point that came where I was like, I'm going to sell all of this stuff. And like, I made a little bit of money, broke even on some stuff, and made a loss on a decent amount of stuff. But I was like, I just don't want to be thinking about this anymore or like involved in it. And like,
that's how it was with me and Doge.
It is what it is.
I sold my Doge and I made like 3,000 off of it. Mm-hmm. And then I like was pissed because it rose up a little bit more and then it dropped significantly. And I was like, I'm glad I pulled out and got my 3,000. You know what I mean? Like, I was like,
for sure.
You know, like, it is what it is, but wild. Man, staying toasty today on this cold day. You guys out there, make sure you're staying toasty. It's chilly out. It's going to be an Arctic one. Whole winter. Blistering. Not blazing.
Not blazing.
Frozen.
We'll be blazing. But the winter will be blistering.
We will be blazing in this blistering winter. We'll see you next Tuesday.